Right. This is the episode you've all been waiting for. I'm joined by Greg, and we are also joined by the old 79 series engine, the old VDJ that come out of my room. So today we're taking it apart. We're going to get to the bottom of it once and for all, and we're going to try and figure out why we had a problem that no one could diagnose.
Yeah, that's right.
We had several people involved, and it was down to the point that we believe that we have more than one problem.
Yep.
Right? There's only one way to find out. We're going to take it apart. So that's what we're doing. That's what this episode apart. We're going to try and narrow it down so it's only 15, 20 minutes. In reality, it'll probably take us an hour and a half. We've never done it before.
3 hours.
3 hours. We'll give it a go. Anyway, we'll get started.
What are your bets on it? What do you reckon?
I reckon I've got rings all round, aren't great, and the scavenge pump's gone, which is what no one could pick.
I reckon dusting of the valves.
Yeah.
And the scavenge pump.
And the scavenge pump.
I reckon the scavenge pump's in.
Let's see which ones it is. It's got to be more than one.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. All right. Let's stick around. Let's get this done. All right.
Rocky covers.
Rocky covers. Where did I put? I haven't even started it yet. All right. You know, half of this that we're taking apart now is all the hard work that we did, 4 months ago, putting all the brand new injectors in.
Leaning over the guards.
Yeah. It's much easier when you've got an engine on a stand.
I'll loosen off those seals for you.
Thank you. Tell you what, they certainly like bolting these rocket covers down, don't they? There is one good thing about pulling this engine apart, and that is we get all our brand new injectors back. We also get all our brand new glow plugs back, and for the most part we'll see how much of this engine, I mean, I truly believe this engine's actually rebuildable.
Oh, absolutely, I reckon. There's no problem, yeah.
Yeah, we'll be able to...
Well, there's no hole in the block, so...
No.
You know.
So we'll have to figure out what we're going to do with the engine. So if anybody's got any suggestions about what we do with this engine, let us know. We don't really need it, but I'll shove half the stuff. So we're going to line up all the parts down the bench there, just so we can have a look. This shouldn't be on that tight, no, because the things haven't even done 2 kilometres.
Yeah, just pull your seals out first.
You did say that before, didn't you? That's exactly what I didn't do, wasn't it? All right.
Got them?
Yep. I gather we're going to take up this entire bench by the time we... Can you imagine all the heads and everything? It's going to fill up the entire bench. I got a big thing. You reckon we'll find the mystery
washer?
We lost a washer a few months ago. It was actually an injector washer.
That's right.
One of the washers off the bottom of the injector, right? And I dropped it. So it's all my fault. And I dropped it when the rocket cover was off, actually, is when I was doing this. And for the life of us, we couldn't find it. So we're going to see if we find it today. It's easier. All right. Tell you what, this is a brand new injector. Right, I'll just put it up the thing. Brand new injector. And it's already...
Where was that sitting?
Oh, it's one of yours. That one there.
Okay, that's out of
yeah. You remember how they all go?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think our box is getting a bit... Might have to put them there. There we go.
might just put that back on so
Just whip these chains off. Just the chains, I know. Make a hell of a bicycle chain, but not that much different from it.
Geez, they're pretty good. Not too bad.
You can see, I don't know if you can actually see it or not, but I'm testing to see. I'm trying to hold it straight for you, and I just, I don't know, is that good or bad? I'm sure someone out there will. They feel good, but they've got a bit of a wobble on it.
Yeah.
A little bit joining and things. I don't know why they got so many. Well, probably for timing, they can go up there. All right. I'll have a quick look at these. It's one of the things I wanted to have a look at. Hopefully you can see. For all the lobes, I mean, you've got I've got a ghost mark in them, but there's no lips. I can't get my nail. Yeah, I can't get my nail to, they all look really good.
Cans will be fine.
Really good. Teeth. Everything looks good there. Hell of a pan. All right. No, yeah. All right. No wash up. Oh, hang on. Oh my God.
You're kidding me.
There it is. It just came out.
It bloody is too.
This washer, how would you be? One, I'm disappointed that I did it. But two, I'm grateful for the fact that it ended up, I know it's hard to see on my hand, but there's this little washer, right? We lost it during the assembly.
Who's we?
I lost it during the assembly. And I thought it went down the oil gallery and into the pan, but I couldn't be sure. Did it go into the chassis rail? Did it roll away on the floor? We weren't sure. So pulling this whole motor apart, we were looking for this washer just in case. And I found it inside the pickup. You hear the rattle? That's what I could hear, and I'm pulling them off, and I'm like, oh no, oh no. Yeah. No. Yeah, I've lost it again. There it is. I'm going to put that on a chain and stick it around my neck, right? As punishment for what I did. Not that I had any issue with the engine, it was just that it's a rookie mistake, really. It really is. Anyway, I don't pretend to be an engine builder, but you got to learn everything the hard way now. What have you lost somewhere that you shouldn't have lost it, right? Did you find it, right? Who was involved? Did you tell anybody? Did you own up to it? I don't know. In the comments below, let us know, right?
And in the back of a panel van doesn't include.
No, that doesn't include. You know, yeah, losing something. But no, I want to know because we sweated on that for hours, didn't we? We really did, and turns out, yeah, I did make a mistake completely. All right, let's pull this rail off and we'll start taking these pistons and rods out. Well, they're all consistent. All the rings are there. They're all really. You couldn't use the pistons again. They're that
Oh, piston.
just scunged up on the side. Without looking at it, even the rings feel a little. I don't know. There's something about like rough on the edge.
Yeah.
You can actually feel. I wish I could show you. Oh, actually, look at. Is that me? My eyes, but if I run my fingers around that ring, it's actually jagged.
It is.
It's a jagged.
Yeah.
Is that scunge or is that just jagged? And it looks like it's chunks out of the ring.
Well, if it's chunks out of the ring, you can see it clearly in the ball.
No, I think it's actually just carbon build up on top.
Yeah.
And because I would grab my nail and running it around, and all of a sudden it cleans the edge up. All right, so nothing really there. Pieces. So we've got this here. So we're just checking this out, all the bores. And that's the bad one. And you can see it's got markings all the way at the try up there, and they're fairly lumpy. But here, there is a massive. We're not talking about the black lip on the edge here. In there, you can actually see it's like a trough. And that's right where the top ring is. That one doesn't have it as bad. You can feel it. That one not so bad. What about the bottom one?
Not so bad.
The bores aren't scored all the way up. Let's check the ones on the other side. Let's have a look. Start at the top. Yeah, that one's got a lump in it around the edge.
I would have expected that.
This one's got a really bad one right there.
Yeah.
That one's really lumpy. So I'm going to say that that's definitely, that one's pretty good. Despite the marks, that one's actually really good. All the others that are bad ones, that one's really bad. That bottom one, you actually see where that polished bit is. Right there, see where it's polished in the middle? It's actually like a concave in there. So we've been long suspecting it because it's on the top ring. Not on the second ring, it doesn't tend to be. Oh, it could be on the top ring. On the second ring, would it be? Oh, it's hard to say. Actually, I tell you what, you know what that looks like? It's the second ring. Right. The first ring.
That's the first ring.
Is right at the very, very top. And that's where all the mucks get into, and I reckon that's been just done. So what we think is that, long and short is, that the engine's dusted. What that means is that just dust getting past the air element. I'm not sure if anybody else has really suffered from it. In my point of view, when all the trips that we've done, where we've been in convoys, and you would have seen all the trips of us all been in convoys and all that, you'd notice that we're so close together that we can't space out. So it is important to be spaced out. You know, whether there's any tricks with snorkels, you know, does a snorkel really work better if you point it backwards? If you're in dust, who knows?
It was quite a few years you ran that we in the convoys with a standard airbox.
I did, yeah.
And you got to remember the dirt you were running through is so fine, it's going to get past.
It is.
And it's only recently you put the U-Butte airbox on it.
Which is actually a bigger air cleaner, which actually made it much quieter, and it worked really well. But geez, I've been doing this for 10 years. This poor thing's been in so many, basically convoys now with dust. It was bound to happen at some point.
Oh,
and you've seen the videos where I've actually pulled the air cleaner out and tapped it up against the front bull bar, and it's just like a skirt of dust just falls out of the thing onto the ground. You actually keep, and it's like, how can a filter hold that much? Well, the truth of the matter, a filter can't hold that much. And eventually it's going to build up. Sorry?
And we haven't had the valves out yet.
No, we still got to look at the valves and that, right? But I would expect with the amount of stuff you're going to have problems. But the bores alone, the rings are all intact. They're not perfect. They do feel very rough, but they haven't left any scar marks in the bores, right? Other than the lumps. So we definitely lost compression. Now we were down, what were we down to? PSO, we're down to like 165, 175?
Something like that, and the worst one was 120, I think.
120.
Yeah.
Now it's supposed to be well up over 250.
But mind you, that
250
one,
in the threes.
the 120, that was second one back on the driver's side, number 4.
Yep.
No, sorry, number...
No, this one down here. Number,
this one there. It's this one.
Yep. Well, that was the other bad one.
When I was doing the leak down with it,
Yeah.
not the compression test, the leak down, also I could hear was a rush of air coming through the induction.
Which means the valves.
Yep.
Right. Looking at the valves, look how mucky and dirty they are. Some of them worse than others, and some of them have got stuff built up right in. I mean, that can't be good, right? I mean, it looks horrible, and all that has to be just dust.
This one
Basically,
was down the most.
that one looks horrible actually. So to me, that is all dust just collected and just
Look at that.
pounded into it. You can feel it, look at it. It looks like someone's turned around and stuck wet black sand and just pasted it to the
In
bottom.
comparison to this one.
Yeah, that one down there is actually really clean. That one's worked really, really well. So, without a doubt, me and Greg saying, I've dusted the engine. That's all there is to it. Check your air cleaners, make sure, and if you're doing long trips, take 2 or 3 air cleaners, or elements, right? And swap them out. If you are in a convoy, don't sit too close to the guy in front. Allow the bloody air cleaner, or the air intake, to get a bit of a breather. You know, if you run a snorkel, do you turn it backwards? Would it make, and does it make any difference? You tell me, right?
And here's another tip. Here's a good tip for you. And what I've been doing with yours since we've rebuilt it, but not now. Once we get it all sorted out, we'll do it again.
Yep.
Around the air element, or air filter if you like, put a smear of grease around each contact area.
Just to seal it.
Just to help seal, and if a little bit of dust does want to get through, the grease will catch it.
Yeah, grease or even Vaseline. I think that you could probably use that as well and everything like that. So, and what should we do with the engine? We got it apart. We have no real use for it. We need to do something with it. Give us some suggestions. What are we going to do with it, right?
Coffee table.
Yeah. As for the scavenge pump, we're sus on it, but we have no proof. We were expecting to take it apart and fully find that the whole scavenge pump was actually broken, and it's not. So
it's not broken.
No, it's not. So basically, here's the overview of the whole engine, right? This is everything that we've pulled apart, trying to get a good shot here and that, and it's like, look at it all. It's all a bloody great big mess here and that, right? Took a lot longer for us to get it apart than what we actually thought and that. So, in the comments below, right? What do you do with the snorkel, backwards or forwards? What are we going to do with the engine, right? Let us know. Have you had this happen before? And also, as it turns out, Greg was right. He knew exactly where that missing washer was. I was just in denial. Please like, subscribe, and until next time, from myself and Greg,
Catch you later.
catch you later. See ya.